Different topic now, makeup of objects now. The traditional view of objects, we all know, we're not going to discuss that. We all know there are molecules, and molecules are made by atoms, and then atoms has protons, electrons, and neutrons, and those particles themselves are made by quarks and other particles there. So that's not what the view we're going to take. We're going to take a very different approach there. Here, we are again going to define what is real. And this real is different from the earlier definition out here. This is a more traditional real. The other real, which I mentioned earlier, is a technical word for sat. That's not the definition we're going to use here. Here, real would mean something which is live or a now object there. It is not a recorded or a memory object. Just to give an example, now you wanted to go with a cricket match with your friend, and at the last moment you had to back out. So your friend went and saw the cricket match. He saw a live match there. He saw a match in the field there. You were unable to see that. So next morning you got up and saw a recording of it. And the recording was obviously a recorded object. It was not a live match there. So you can understand the difference between a real and a recorded object there. So the question I can ask you, do the objects you see outside you, do they fit this definition? Are they real or are they recorded? It's a question which is very interesting to think about it. And most people, I'm not sure how you would answer, but the correct answer is these are recorded objects out there. There's nothing real outside in this terms of this definition. It's not nothing real. So how to understand this? We are so used to understanding objects in terms of distances. This tree is 100 feet away, that house is 1,000 meters away, the plane is flying at 30,000 feet. We are used to those sort of definitions in terms of distances. But if you look at this same objects in terms of time, light taking, it opens out a completely new way to look at the universe, and it gives you a complete new approach towards universe there. Let's see how that works. Now you're seeing a different type of objects there. The sun you're seeing is obviously it's night out here, but during the daytime, the sun you see is a now minus 8-minute sun. Why is that so? Because light takes 8 minutes to reach us from the sun. And so you're not seeing a real sun, you're seeing a now minus 8 minutes version of the sun. Because the now version of the sun, you would see if that light was taking 0 seconds to reach you. So since light has taken 8 minutes to reach you, you're seeing a now minus 8 minutes. In those 8 minutes, the sun has become older. So you're not seeing that version. You're seeing a now minus 8 minutes. So you're seeing a recorded version of the sun. You're not seeing a live version, not a real version of the sun. You're not seeing a now version. The same way, the moon you see is a now minus 3 minutes. Sorry, it should be 3 seconds. A moon you see, because that also light takes 3 seconds to reach us. So any object you see, like the plane you see, is a now minus 3 into 10 raised to the minus 3 seconds, because the light takes 10 raised to the minus 3 seconds to reach us. The tree outside is, it takes about 10 raised to the minus 6. So you're seeing a now minus 10 raised to the minus 6 seconds. I can understand these numbers, 10 raised to the minus 6, 10 raised to the minus 3 are very small, but they may be small, but nevertheless, they're not real objects. They are all recorded objects. So there are no real objects in the universe. All what you see outside are all memory objects, because light takes a finite time to reach from any object, maybe close, maybe far. Light takes a finite time to reach us. And moment light takes a finite time to reach us, you're not seeing a real object. You are seeing a memory object out there. So the universe is all made of memory objects there. Since, like we have mentioned in the earlier example of the cricket match, if someone has seen a recorded match, there must have been a live match. Then only you can have a recorded match. Without a recorded live match, you cannot have a recorded match. So if you're seeing all recorded images out there, there must be a now object, there must be a real object, the recording of which you're seeing outside out there. So where are these real objects? They must be somewhere. So let's hunt down these real objects or now objects. So where is the location of the now objects there? Taking the example of the sun, for example, we just mentioned light takes 8 minutes to reach us. For whatever reason, the sun can move, and it moves halfway distance. It comes to a location where light takes 4 minutes to reach us. So where would the sun be? It would be much halfway the distance from the current location. And if the sun can move further, closer to us, it reaches it takes about 30 seconds to reach us. The sun will be very close to us. Now the sun is going to take 1 second to reach us. It's almost much closer to you. The sun is going to take some milliseconds. It's almost on your face. So where is the point where the light will take 0 seconds to reach us from the sun? So that location of that now sun is only in your mind. So you can see that you see a now version of the sun. You don't see a now version of the sun out there. You see a now minus 8 minutes there. But the now version of the sun all resides within your mind, basically, where light will take 0 seconds. It says very, very, revolutionary sort of statement to make. But if you think logically, the only location where light will take 0 seconds from any object to reach you is your inner core. So all the objects you see out there, they're all within the mind itself, all within the inner core there. So there's nothing, all the objects you see out there are all recorded objects. So where are the now objects there? So the now objects of all this universe, there's a fully functioning universe within our mind. And like I mentioned to you earlier, everything happens first in the live universe, a live cricket match, and then in the recorded image. Then you only can see the recorded image. The same thing, everything happens first in the now universe, and everything else, what you see out there is just simple recorded images out there. So once again, we are shown that the objects, you have two different types of objects. One, you have the now objects and the memory objects. The now objects are live objects, and the memory objects are recorded objects. The now objects functions in the mind. There are no other place where now objects can. We have just shown you that where light takes 0 seconds to reach us is in the mind. So that all the now objects function in the mind itself. And memory objects, we all know, we see all around the world. We see the moment you see outside, we all see memory objects. Science has focused solely and mainly on memory objects. They have understood the memory objects, but they have no understanding. They have not even tried to investigate what are these now objects and where are the now objects. Quantum physics in some ways has approached this problem, because quantum physics also has the particle wave duality. They understand there's a particle object and there's a wave object. So really, if you correlate quantum physics to this, the wave part of it are the now objects, and the memory objects are all the particle objects in quantum physics. So once again, we have seen that all the now objects reside within our inner